Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to another close-up review, and this one is going to be the mirror cards. So wouldn't you know that this deck has been on my mind to show you for a while. This is an old deck that I've had for quite a while. I haven't shown it on the channel yet, and it's just so happened it's been on my mind for the last couple of days to do this, and then when I looked online, it just so happens there's a huge sale, and if you like this deck, it's only $6 right now for some reason. So just like all my other videos, I'll provide the links down in the description box. But yeah, there's some massive sale going on or something. But so that's divine timing. But these are the mirror cards. It's a powerful tool to enhance your relationship. It's from Geoff, Charley, and Lucy Lidell. And there are 32 cards in here. The book is really descriptive. You can use this for relationships with love readings, like if you want to see what you're being worked on, what's working. But you can use this with any relationship. You know how I always say we're a healed magician manifesting right now? You want to make sure you're using divine ingredients. You could see what are you mirroring out, like we're the magician in the mirror. What are you mirroring? What's your relationship with the world? What is getting mirrored back to you? What are you working on? So at the end, I want to pull some cards to find out what we are mirroring. Like, what are we, we have a relationship to another person and also to the world. What is it being mirrored back? So I like to use this deck in a lot of ways, but the mirror cards, and one of the cards is so cool because it's, first of all, I love that it's silver and clean. So when you look, it's like a paperback book. When I say it's really descriptive, at the end I'll give a bonus reading, but look, independence, and it will give you most seek to be lost in the 2 and 1, but it is in the finding of the 1 and 2 that is the prize. And it will go into such depth, like we have 1 page, 2 page, the inverse if it went backwards, reversals, but it will go in depth. So I'll give you a taste of that at the end. But I love these cards. So 32 cards. I love that it's very shiny silver box. You open it up and it will have literally a mirror. Like here, it's a mirror here, mirroring. And they're silver cards, which I love, and they are not gilded. So 32 cards. And you'll see it's very clear. You can use your intuition right away. But you have boundaries. You know, this is between you, and they're not going to be in order, but you'll look it up in the book by the number. But here, if this came out, you know that you're working on boundaries in your relationships, or you're working on boundaries within your relationships around in your world. I'm just curious what will come out when we do a reading. But we have self-worth. Like, what are you working? What's being mirrored back to you? I just love this deck because it's very clear issues of any kind of relationship. So again, like for love relationships or what you're mirroring out in the world, that what's being mirrored back to you. Your relationship between a physical person or the world around you is how I would like to say. Okay, sadness. What are you working on? What are you working through? Communication. I just love these cards. Choice. And I'll do a bonus reading at the end to see. Trust. Change. Initiating. Humor. Oopsie. Here we go. We have aloneness. Oh, I love that. Friendship. Freedom. Objectivity. Independence. Turn this around. We have spontaneity, acceptance, integrity, expression. I love that with the peacock. Sexuality, empathy, joy, responsibility, anger. And if you stare at this, you can really feel the card too. It will bring up reality, nurture, honesty, vulnerability, action, will, letting go, the mirror, the mirror, and this is like the mirror. I love that. Appreciation. So there's 32 cards in here with the actual, very clean cards, I want to say, and reflective, like look at this. So I love to see, what are we mirroring? Like right now, let's get a bonus reading. I'll give you a sample from the book, but what are we working on with our relationships with others and the world around us? What's being worked on that's being mirrored back to us, in a sense? Let's see, what are we mirroring? What are we working on right now? Let's see, what are the messages? What are we mirroring right now? What are we tapping into here? What are we working on? What's being mirrored? Ooh, wow, that flew out right away. Letting go. Wow. Every card was about detoxification, letting go, saying yes to the new. We're letting go of a lot right now. Absolutely. So if you go to the number up top is 20, and I'm going to tell you what they said. And I'll pull another card after, too. Letting go. If you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. Okay? That was a little thing. Letting go is releasing that which no longer benefits us. This card indicates that you need to consciously let go of something, someone, a way of being, or even all three. Whatever it is, you have outgrown the need for it, but are finding it difficult to release. Besides clinging out of habit, what ties us to things and people we have outgrown is primarily the fear that if we let go, nothing and no one will ever take their place. So we dig in our heels and hold tight to what we know. When one door closes, another door opens. And this card is symbolic of a progressive change that is waiting to happen. This is so on target for now. If you're familiar with my channel and my readings and messages of late, it was like, we are changing. Say yes to the new, we are changing. Yes, when one door closes, another door opens, and this card is symbolic of a progressive change that is waiting to happen, but only you can initiate it by releasing the old and thereby making space for the new. This is probably a stressful and confusing time for you. You may be aware of an inner voice urging you to make the decision to let go, but you're hesitating, sensing you would be moving into unknown territory. Perhaps you're struggling to hold on to something or somebody. Maybe you're fighting off the inevitable. Either way, you must be feeling tired from all the effort. In situations like this, it is tempting to hope that time, a magical being, or the universe will intercede, removing the need for us to act. But that is precisely what cannot happen when the need is to learn about letting go and plunging into the unknown. If we always played it safe, we would end up going around a very small circle of experiences, learning very little. It seems like you are sitting on a raft on a fast-flowing river. Again, with that analogy of the sea of change, it seems like you're sitting on a raft on a fast-flowing river, but you are still by the bank and holding on to a branch. Perhaps you can see a few boulders downstream that look hazardous. You are understandably concerned at leaving this place of safety, worried where the river will take you and whether you can survive the rocky ride. But the river knows where it's going, for this is your river of life. Allow it to take you where you need to be, and allow, too, the feelings that are part of any letting go. Let go and trust. That's what they're saying, let go and trust. Should we get one more? I mean, we all are on the process of letting go. That is so powerful, what's going on right now. Letting go. Is there another thing that we're mirroring, another message for us? For right now, what are we mirroring? What are we working on? What is an additional messages as we're letting go and not being... Oh, we got two more. Wow, wow. We have nurture and will. Nurture and will. So let's do it. Nurture and will, or will and work, or I don't know which one they want. Let's do the 21 first and then will. Nurture. I think we have to nurture ourselves through this time. Absolutely. They're acknowledging it's tough in the process of letting go. Absolutely. So I would not, when they kept on saying take divine self-care of yourself, because like they said, it's so tiring letting go of so much. But here we have nurture. As we affirm who we are, we become who we are. Yes, nurture is whatever we take. Nurture is whatever we take in that strengthens us and helps us to grow. How well we nurture ourselves reflects how good we feel about ourselves. We all need to feel cared for, but our primary source of care has to be ourselves. You can't make this up. Remember all my spirit messages lately about raise yourself to number one. If you have a metaphorical to-do list, uplift your spirit, raise yourself first, because then everything else is illuminated, what to do and how to do it, because it's aligned. You've nurtured yourself first. This is a core lesson, and one that must be faced in order for us to relate healthfully to others and ourselves from a base of strength. If we are unable to really nurture ourselves, there's a danger we will become dependent on our partners, expecting them to feed us, you can't make this up, and quite possibly draining them in the process. Or we will choose partners who are incapable of loving, confirming our belief that it is not possible for us to be loved. The situation that you are in is calling for you to differentiate between what nurtures you and what doesn't. What did I say about that spirit message? When you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. And we are to say yes and nurture ourselves, especially through this time. Take divine self-care of yourself. Know what really nurtures you and what doesn't. Take care of your energy has been recurring right now, especially because we're letting go of so much. The familiar and the emotional desirable are not necessarily of benefit to you, even though they may be holding the strongest attraction. You are being asked first to recognize, then to act on your need for proper nurturing. The only way to do this is by caring for yourself. You can't make this up. The only way to do this is by caring for yourself as if you were the most precious person on earth. And they kept on saying, think of yourself as a precious gem right now. That's how you should view yourself right now, and take care of yourself like you're a precious gem. Your energy is so valuable. Get in touch with your deepest needs and seek as best as you can to supply them for yourself. Once you can do that, it will become more apparent how to really sustain others without a hidden agenda. Just like that spirit message, they said, grant your own wishes. If you feel you need blank, fill in the blank for yourself, and don't expect someone else to throw on a cape and come in and give it to you. You're doing it for yourself. If you can only receive the support that these words offer, it will be nurturing in itself. Should you feel a resistance, notice that you find it hard to believe that you should care for yourself, and perhaps acknowledge, if I don't think I'm worth nurturing, why should anyone else? Paradoxically, you will only begin to attract a caring response from your partner when you demonstrate a genuine capacity to care for yourself. So they're asking us to let go and truly nurture and care for yourself in all the ways, because that's what's going to be reflected back to you. When you know your self-worth, your needs, your wants, you fulfill them, it starts getting reflected back to you. So that's what they're asking us to step up to do. That has been every recurring spirit message right now. Raise yourself first on your to-do list, and then you're illuminated, and then you know what to do, what to say yes to, what to say no to. Nurture yourself. Be there for yourself like a real really nurture yourself like you're a gem. And we have will, and will is number 31. And I think this is going to be empowering when we do that. Do you know what I mean? It will inspire us to have more divine will and do the right things that are more aligned in what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, so will is great souls have wills. Feeble ones have only wishes. Yes. Will harnesses intention and transforms it to action. It is the resoluteness to carry on through no matter what. And that's what they were telling us to do, that we have to rise up no matter what. And through, especially through this time, remain really divinely powerful. And they're showing us how we get divinely powerful. Letting go. Don't be fearful. Let the river take you. We have to let go and shed a lot. It's welcome the changes. Nurture yourself like crazy through this whole period and stay powerful. You are probably feeling unsure of yourself. It may seem to you that there are obstacles in your path, causing you to both doubt your own strength and wonder whether your intention or goal is right. When your willpower weakens, a mist descends and the way forward becomes unclear. Rather than carrying on, you may be frozen by doubt, fearful of plunging over an impending precipice, and your doubt continues to thicken the mist. Take an objective look at the things that you're trying to draw you away from your intention. They're saying, like, pay attention to what's draining your energy, that's sapping your energy, that's making you fearful. Like, say no, empower yourself once again. They probably come from fear. Fear of failing, of getting it wrong, of making yourself vulnerable. But consider this. They could be based on a fear of success and all that would mean to you. Will clears a path through the mists of hesitancy and doubt. They're asking us to keep moving forward and release the fear and doubt of letting go and strengthen ourselves through proper nurturing of ourselves. Remember to make us number one. Take care of your energy. Regard yourself as a precious gem and continue to empower yourself. And to call on your will. Focus on the goal rather than on all the things that might get in the way. The surest path to failure is to think about failing. The surest path to success is to believe you will succeed. Hold your goal in your mind and imagine it is already reality. That way, will kicks in, encouraging you forward, inspiring you with the persistence to achieve your purpose. Of course, with any goal, there will always be fluctuations of energy and confidence, and that's why you have to go back and keep nurturing yourself constantly. But the sooner you clarify your intention and boldly declare, this is what I want, the stronger you will feel. So this is so clear and in line with every spirit message of recently, that they're asking us to empower ourselves, hold on to your power, continue going forward. It takes a lot of work because we're letting go of a lot. A lot is leaving our lives as well. We have to stay uplifted, and they're constantly saying, nurture yourself, uplift yourself, talk down those fears and doubts with letting go, honor your energy, because it takes a lot of energy to let go of so much, and remain positive and fired up, moving forward in the future with clear intention, powering on, facing those obstacles and things in your path positively, powerfully. And you have to go back and keep nurturing yourself to raise yourself back up to number one. They kept on saying a spirit message on your metaphorical to-do list. Raise your spirit, raise yourself first, and then everything is illuminated on what to do and how to do it. We are letting go of so much, but when one door closes, another opens. Continuously nurture yourself, pay attention to your energy, and they are saying be empowered and will to face those obstacles, move forward head on, and be there for yourself. Be there for yourself as much as you are for others. So this has been a reading from the Mirror cards. I love these cards, 32 cards. As you can see, it's very clear. I love, love, love the book. I love the descriptions for each card. You can use it for love readings of seeing, what's in between, what are you working on, what are they working on. But I like it even broader and bigger than that of what are you mirroring out in the world? What's your relationship to the world? Because I'm all about you're a magician in the mirror. Like we're manifesting and creating the world around us. What divine ingredients are you pouring out? What's being reflected back to you? It's like a mirror. The world is your mirror. You want to be a healed magician manifesting. I like to use these cards to see how we can start having the world mirror back what we truly want. You know what I mean? Seeing what would be helpful in that it's clearly reflecting back to us what we really want, what we're, So I like the messages that we just got. That's how I personally use it. But again, you can use it literally for how it was intended to enhance your relationship with relationships, between men and women in the physical. But I like to even do it bigger than that. I do both with these cards. So this is the Mirror cards, a powerful tool to enhance your relationship. Geoff, Charley, and Lucy Lidell, 32 cards in here. Beautiful guidebook, beautiful cards. And I showed you how I use them. You can use them in a million different ways probably. And I really love it. I love these cards, and I'll put down below, of course, on all the videos I do, I'll give you the links, but especially right now, Divine Timing, because it's like $6 right now for, I have no idea why, which is unheard of because I paid well into the high 20s for this deck. But so that was Divine Timing. So these are the Mirror cards, powerful tool to enhance your relationship. Take care. Bye-bye.